please, James Brown, please stop trying to act as if Jameis Winston is the first person to throw 30 interceptions. RC even mentioned George Blanda. See, the thing is, as Terry Bradshaw say, let me work with him. I can coach that out of him because I know what's going wrong. What he's saying is, I used to be that same knucklehead and they didn't give up on me, and I would teach him how to overcome because I had to overcome. I'll say it again. We all know what's happening. At least five quarterbacks, at least five of the best quarterbacks in football are black. These owners are trying to put a stop to that shit. Exactly, I see. Either they're cutting good black quarterbacks after most of the sponsor field, Cam and Jameis. Yep. Or they get rid of their weapons on offense. DeAndre Hopkins gonna get on that. This isn't a coincidence. It's intentional. Thank you, RC, my main man. They're trying to discredit Belichick because he's looking for Cam and Jameis or Jalen Hurts. Shout out to Jungle Brother. I forgot about Jameis, Jalen Hurts. I forgot about him. Thank you for bringing him up. Now, if I just brought up a few guys on that same list was Peyton Manning, Warren Moon, John Elway, and a host of others who threw a brickload of interceptions. Another thing with this Jameis thing, I looked into something else. Guess who had career highs in interceptions their first year playing with Bruce Arians? Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, and Big Ben Roethlisberger. Last time I checked, y'all told me those dudes were Hall of Fame caliber ball players. I mean, that's just the last time I checked. It may have changed. It may have changed, but the last time I checked, y'all told me that they were Hall of Fame caliber ball players. So, what they do the next year? All those interceptions went down. Second thing, when y'all shitting on Jameis, how are you shitting on me and your offense is no risk it, no biscuit? Meaning, if you want to turn out, if you want to show up and show out, you got to take risks. Now, his defense, one of his other sayings is, you can't go broke put money in the bank. So you can't go broke being safe. But I personally heard AB say, BA, Bruce Arians say, hey, he came to the podium and he said all those interceptions weren't Jameis' fault. See, when you like the dude, you talk about tips, you talk about good plays on the ball, you talk about situations, you talk about drops. When you're trying to run Jameis out the league because actually his teammates love him. Because one thing I knew, I'll get on that in a second. One thing I know is they were big up in this lady athletic trainer and this lady assistant coach. And what did Bruce Arians say? What really got the guys on the team following her is when Jameis starts showing up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I get that much power to a brother. I'm just saying. And in a 4-year span, George Blanda threw 42 interceptions, 25 interceptions, 27 interceptions, and 30. He averaged 31 picks over a 4-year period. And this dude, it goes down in football lore. You look up old school football, you see George Blanda, dusty ass face, sitting on the sideline. But y'all tell me Jameis Winston is a turnover machine. Or is it just, hey man, that's how I go sometimes. You're talking about, let me see, 42, 25, 27, and 30. What's that, 124, 125 picks in 4 years? But Jameis Winston is unemployed, huh? I mean, I'm just saying, man, it's just awful strange to me that Jameis Winston is the poster boy for turning over. And Brett Favre, the gunslinger, the chance taker, he's out there playing like a kid. He's the all-time leader in interceptions. But Jameis Winston is under control. 124, my man. My man, RC. So, why is it always an issue when the bros do something? Oh, man, why you playing the race car rap? Because I ain't playing no damn games. It ain't no damn car. Explain to me how Cam Newton, everybody on earth knew Cam Newton was getting cut. But the Minnesota Vikings re-signed Kirk Cousins. Are you serious? Are you freaking serious? when you know Cam Newton coming on the market, you know Jameis Winston is coming on the market, you know Teddy Bridgewater, who you should have never let go, is back on the market. But y'all talking about Andy Dalton. Really? You know Jacoby Brissett is out there for a song, and you gonna get Kirk Cousins more money? I don't know, man. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's HRap tripping on this race thing again, man. But hey, you can't find a white supremacist to tell you that Kirk Cousins needs to be playing in front of anybody. Kirk Cousins is the dictionary. If you look up backup quarterback, it'd probably say, see Kirk Cousins. But don't nobody, hey, but that's just HRap playing the race card again. I don't know. HRap, you always trip on that race stuff, man. You need to get over it, right? Wrong. And I mean, man, it ain't, and y'all always telling me these things like, it's a win now league, and you give me these platitudes like, it's a meritocracy. Football is the ultimate meritocracy. Yeah? How the hell is Kirk? Are you telling me there are no Asians, there are no Latino, and it's damn sure ain't no brothers that can play better than Kirk Cousins? Yeah? Yeah? And then what y'all to do is throw out, what about the dude that just JT Walker, they just signed from the USFL? Vince McMahon league. He a brother. Why was he out of the league? And Rex Grossman had a Fitzgerald is in the league. But and if it's a win now league, with all the moves that the Miami Dolphins made, why ain't they trying to get Cam? Why ain't they trying to go up the road to get Jacoby Brissett? Because it looked like that's all they need. Because by the end of the year, my man Brian Flores had the Dolphins. They was playing some football. Don't nobody want to talk about that. Hey, man. I'm going to stay focused because that's a whole nother conversation. You can clearly see that the NFL is playing the you brothers going to shut the hell up card. You don't believe me? My man Diggs, best wide receiver in Minnesota since Chris and Anthony Carter. Chris, Anthony, and Moss left. Diggs is the best wide receiver up there. And because he was like, hey, because y'all quarterback was playing like straight trash, and he said it, you got to go. You got this dude trade arguably the best wide receiver in the league. You might like somebody more, but you won't say that they're better than D-Hop. They might be equal, but they're not better. You may like them more, but you won't say better. Great question. Why is he out of the league? Exactly. Why was he even out of the league? Every team in the league, the quarterback is the most important player in the league. Blah 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 blah. Why was this dude out of the league? Because guess what? His former teammate, who y'all say is the smartest dude in the world, Andrew Luck, was co-signing for him. It took Andrew Luck to call his father to get this kid a shot. Dumbass Ron Rivera wanted to waste a 5th round pick on Kyle Allen. He could have used that pick to draft a lineman or other lineman to protect Haskins. Exactly. And then you see what they're going to do with my man Sherwood Williams out there in Washington. He finna get the black ball. He finna get the white ball too. Mark my words. Because he put his life in front of the team. Y'all misdiagnosed me. I could have died. He's setting up his affairs to die and find out they misdiagnosed him. You think I'm playing here again? Hell no. I'll go ahead on with that. And then you notice when a player does something wrong, it's on the news all day, every day. This dude compares a dude who has influence in the locker room. You talking about his personal life. You talking about his personality. And that's just some nonsense, man. The thing is, what I've noticed, I'm a big time Bill Belichick fan because I'm a defender. I played defense most of my year. I got to tell y'all a story. I was a pretty decent wide receiver, went across the middle and got cracked. And it was like, oh, nope, don't like that. Little boo-boo came out my butt, y'all. I was like, literally knocked the boo-boo out. So, I'm done. I'm not for the abuse. I'm an abuser. No, sir. But, DeAndre Hopkins has never been in trouble. He's a stand-up guy. And you got coaches jumping in his face because you can clearly see they are starting to say, we finna rein in these Negroes. And my white listeners, if y'all don't like this, all you got to do at HRap B, reach out to me, rap, I ain't like that, and explain why. I bet you don't have any factual information to refute anything I'm saying. My man RC said when Diggs spoke out early in the season, he got fined $200K. And then when Thielen missed several games, Cousin had no choice but throwing the ball, and Diggs tore it up. Exactly. He's been tearing it up since he got there. But when Thielen returned, Cousin stopped throwing Diggs the ball, and he finally got enough and resigned. And after they resigned Cousins. Yeah, I was unique. And don't blame him for one out. I don't blame him for one out. Exactly. It's the same. You know what? RC and the other listeners, what RC just documented is a lower level of what was Antonio Brown was faced with at the end. Because we talk about Antonio Brown's erratic behavior. He was acting like a damn fool. I'm not going to defend his behavior, clowning. I really don't like it because it seems like the bros don't play hard enough for the brother coaches. That's a whole nother conversation, and y'all can kick me in the head if y'all want to. But I don't think the brothers fight hard enough for the brother coaches. But for him to act a fool like that on Mike Tomlin's watch, I really don't like that. But part of the reason he acted a fool is because Ben was ignoring him throwing the ball to Juju Smith-Schuster. Or part of the reason Andre Rison back in the day, I heard it out of his mouth, I heard it out of Jamie Deuce's mouth on the show I like to listen to, and they both confirmed that Glanville ordered the quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons not to throw Andre Rison the ball. He was still getting 80 catches a year. So, see, we always say, man, why is this dude acting a fool? Because in the NFL, it's like the jobs that we have. If they decide to get rid of your ass, they ain't got to pay. But, as RC just eloquently put it, we got wide receivers stepping up, saying, you're not going to cheat me, you're not going to cripple me. And when they say that, they look like the bad guy. Oh, he's another diva wide receiver. And everybody who's ever stepped foot on a football team understand the biggest divas on the field where their numbers are never higher than number 19. Those the biggest. Hey, I'm going to say it. I said I was going to cut back on profanity because a couple of my listeners listen to why they do Uber. But the quarterback's the biggest pussies in town. Excuse me, Uber listener. But I'm just saying, man. So if the diva wide receiver is the problem, what about the diva quarterback? What about the diva coach? And I'm going to get on that in a second. I have a problem not only with what Bill O'Brien said. Most football coaches are stupid, CFL included. I would disagree with that, Ron. I would disagree with that, man. Because Ron, the reason I would disagree with that is because people consider most football players stupid. And pound for pound, I would stand us up next to any group of people in any athletic form in the world. Reason being, most football players understand I will not have a job after college, so we have to learn. You don't see many Rhodes Scholars. And I can think of three brothers. Two of them came out of Florida State. They Rhodes Scholars. Going to be doctors and neurosurgeons came out of Florida State alone. So I get what you're saying, Ron, but I don't want to start that because most football players are considered to be big dumb jocks, and that's a lie. Back to what I was saying. I don't like what Bill O'Brien did, and I see a pattern in the lady.